Bienvenidos a Les Chisme con Chanti. Ay, Dios mío. La comida es mi vida. Yo soy dominicana. Diablo, cuánta mierda yo hablo. Bienvenidos, welcome to another episode of Les Chisme con Chanti. Aquí es su host, Chanti, and this is another English episode. So if you have the excuse, Chanti, but your episodes are in Spanish, I don't know. Watch this one. It's going to be amazing. I have very dear friends with me to talk about what a lot of people want to know, and they always ask about. What is dating like these days? Are you single? Do you have somebody? Can we date you? What is happening? I always keep all my dating life extremely private. But today, I chose to share stories of what has been in the past with my friend who's also single, and then two people that have been taken for a long time that I don't think they even remember what it's like. So I think this is going to be interesting. So stick around, like, subscribe, share it, and lots of love for my friends from Hi Hello Labs, as always. Sorry, I was told not to do the special effects. But anyways, let's start. Okay, so if you didn't know, welcome back, Melanie and Virgilia.
Hi, thank you. You said my name properly this time. Di Virgilio. Gracias, mi amor.
De nada. Y sí, la gringa sabe Spanish perfecto.
Nice.
Y aquí Paola Pujols Mayer. Y lastly, the co-owner of Hi Hello Labs, Carlos Flores.
Woo, woo. Oh, and then this is in English because of me. I'm sorry. La gringa.
But trust me, people watch you will love it and appreciate it.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
So, if you didn't watch a previous episode with the four of us in the thumbnail, go back. You'll see beautiful faces, and you'll see that we talked about something. You'll find out. Anyways, the last thing we talked about was how long had Carlos and Carolina. Wait, Carlos and Carolina. I always trip with you guys. Carlos and Carolina. Jesus.
It's an alliteration.
I know.
Yes.
So you said, how long have you guys been together?
Married 13, together 14.
Because they were back to business. He proposed after 11 months.
Woo! Rapido.
He had no time. He's like,
He locked it down.
I was like, I'm ready. Let's go.
And how old were you?
I was 20. Well, I proposed I was 26.
Oh
she
my
was
gosh,
24.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So it's like no time to waste. Let's go. You guys were
Different
young.
times. Different times.
Different times? And what about you, Paola?
Yes, I've been married 12 years, and we were 24 when we got married.
But you guys have been together
For how
We've
long?
been together for 17.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow.
So I don't know how this conversation's going to go, but it's going to be
more
very,
alcohol.
it's all ends of the
Bring
spectrum
forward
here.
the Prosecco, please.
Yeah. Anyways, so as I said, these two people have been out of the game forever.
Lucky you.
A long
A
time.
long time. And they all have
Just to that. It was funny because the other day, me and my wife were like, what is it to date now?
It's terrible.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Because a lot of people do online dating now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Majority
that's
of people
where
find
you
someone.
go find
60% find their people via online.
I love she's got the
Wow.
stats.
Yes.
Girl, I'm a banker.
Yeah. She got all the stats. And I actually, the first thing I wanted to share is like my mom. I've shared in every episode almost. I talk about my mom. She's a true freaking character. I told her.
I remember.
Yeah, I told her. I told
Larissa.
I told her in 2021. I will not forget this. I was out of a relationship in 2020 in the pandemic. And then 2021, I said to myself, oh yeah, freaking E. Actually, we have Mama's Baked Goods. It's amazing sibling duo. Persian Latino, like Persian Argentinian. They make amazing flan tres leche. Go get them. Freaking amazing. So in 2021, I told my mom, oh, Mom, I just have something. She asked me if I was dating or doing anything. I said, actually, I have news for you. I downloaded a dating app And I'm like, I joined the club and I'm like swiping and whatever. My mom was like, I can't believe it.
She was livid.
No, she literally was like, are you serious? She's like, I can't believe somebody like you, so extroverted, that has so much personality, goes out, meets, needs that. Like, why would you need that, Chantal? She was like, almost like disappointed that somebody, she's like, you do so many things and you're out and about. Like, why would you need that? She was like, she literally was shocked.
It's that mentality of like back in, I don't know, when there was like Match.com commercials online, that it's like, okay, you can't find anyone, so then you have to go to online dating.
Exactly. So she thinks like if like she's like, you don't need help, and I'm like, and I'm literally like, it's not me asking for help, Mom. It's just
That's
like,
how it is.
I know. I told her, I'm like, again, I work in finance too, and I'm like, Mom, it's more efficient. I said it's more efficient because I can see more candidates at once while I'm sitting in my bed, and I can, look at this, and instead of like going out one at a time, I can just, look at a catalog kind of thing. My mom was like, no.
Catalog.
She was like,
My mom would have told you need to go to church. That's where you need to go.
My family is actually not that religious, so she would just be like, you have a lot of personality, just go out, like flirt. She will be like, what is happening? Like at your age, I had a line of people trying to date me.
She's waiting for you to say that. You gotta understand Doña Larissa.
Yeah. She was literally like, at your age, I would stop the traffic.
Oh my
Literally.
goodness.
And I'm like, oh my God, sorry that I'm not as cute and hot as you.
Parents.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Harsh crowd.
I know it's a tough crowd, but it makes you like, tougher skin and makes you really good at it. So when did you broke or you decided to join the online dating club?
That's a great question. So I feel like I'm an elder millennial. I'm 38. So I've been through all.
Elder
yes,
millennial.
that's what
Thanks,
they say.
Melanie.
That's what the
Thank you,
TikTok says,
Melanie.
guys. Okay. I've been through a lot. I've been through, 9/11, the .com bubble bust and burst, all the things. I've been through the housing crisis and the Great Recession, then the pandemic, and now, bombings in Iran. It's great, guys. Really great to be a millennial.
Great.
But anyway, also at the same time, I have been single. So I've never been married. Definitely have dated a good bit. And I do remember I was 26 the first time I got on an app, and I had, I think, 2 friends actually get married via eHarmony.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes.
So
And
you had, good references.
I did, but I still was really freaked out by the whole thing. I was like, I don't know. This just seems so bizarre. Because, in college, everybody's your age.
Yeah.
You're all ambitious. You're all wanting the same things in life. And so it was easy to find people to date.
Yeah.
And then
Agreed.
I got, my first job was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So a little bit difficult. But, I was there for a short time, so I didn't want to download an app and do that. So I just dated people I met in town. Then I get placed in Sarasota, where my parents live, and it's retiree central. So a little more challenging,
Yeah.
Met friends of friends or someone's older brother, and that was kind of how I dated there. Then I came to Orlando, and I think they started to really kind of take off. So I think it was 2012, when Instagram started. I was like, all right, let's check this out. And I downloaded one. But the first person I was talking to wound up being in Virginia. And
Big fail.
I thought it gets
The
around
location,
you.
no?
yeah, back then it wasn't as smart, okay? Guys, remember Instagram when it was
Okay.
sepia filtered and you would do one? It's that kind of technology.
I deleted all that stuff.
Yeah, it was bad. So the same with the dating apps. They've improved, some for the better, some for the worse. But the one thing that really got me is as a banker, he was claiming he was this entrepreneur. And I was like, oh,
You're great.
yeah. I'm like, tell me about your business. How many employees you have? He's like, oh, I have over 100 employees. I was like, no way. Tell me more about it. I kept digging and digging, and he kept being so vague. He finally admitted he was part of a family who had a multi-level marketing company with Amway.
That was going to be my next thing. I was
Amway.
And I Googled it, and his
Parents
parents were
Herbalife
diamond
or
people and
something.
had thousands of people. So you just inherited their book of business. I was
Oh
like,
my
that is not a business. And I immediately deleted the app, and I was like, okay, we're done.
Would you like to join the pyramid?
Yeah, that would have been the next step.
Dude, I got screwed by those pyramids 3 times.
Oh, really?
Oh,
There
no
was
way.
Amway, and it was all these other
Advocare.
things. Oh, God. Advocare.
That was
one
in
of
women.
them.
There's so many more. I mean, there's
It was this
tons.
Gym one. I was like, oh,
Gym
never
one.
again. Never again.
Yeah.
Herbalife.
Herbalife.
Not gym, Herbalife was one.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, it was rough. So that's when I first.
I love that. I didn't know this part. I love it.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
So,
Took me a while to get back on.
Yeah. And so that gave you kind of PTSD. How long did you go back?
I feel like it wasn't until apps became a thing. Which when was that? Like when did Tinder and
2008. Oh no.
No,
Tinder?
No, it was way later.
17, 16.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it would have been around there. So maybe around, because we were friends with, Natalie and Jill and all that. And we had some friends who were on some apps.
No, we had a friend, and I don't know if she's gonna hear this, but so I'll keep it factual. She literally got divorced, and I remember it was 2017, and she got divorced, and she was heartbroken because her husband just didn't desire her, and in her mind, she was like beautiful and amazing, and she is, like, to her credit, but it broke her that he just didn't desire her. And he would just rather play video games and all that, like, for hours. So they broke up, and she literally said, I'm going to find my husband. I remember this girl going to 2017, 18. She would go to like 10, 15 dates a week.
She treated it like a job.
No.
Like,
She
it was
literally-
like prospecting,
yes.
She was
cold
obsessed?
calling.
Yeah, it was
It was like
it
I
was
gotta find someone. I gotta find someone.
Yeah.
And she would make plans with us and then cancel because it's like, oh no, I have a new date. It's like,
Yeah, because somebody confirmed. Or we would go, and she's like, oh, can we go back earlier? Because somebody confirmed for a date, and she would always be phone, like, coordinating. And
That's
at
kinda
some
sad.
point, like, literally
Wow.
at some point, she would mess and cross the guy's names, or be like, okay, what do I like about this guy? What did we talk about before we were going on a date? Because she had literally guy merge in her.
I
it was-
will say, I have a friend. I went to her wedding last year. She's on my flag football team. She's great. And she met her husband on one of the apps. And she was like, Melanie, you have to take notes. Like, you have to take notes about the people you meet because you'll forget. Like,
No way.
this is the best practice.
So
I've not done
guess,
it yet, but
I guess we gotta take notes. But yeah, so she literally treated it like you.
Did he
committed.
cheat on her, the first husband?
No. not that we know of.
I don't know. I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think
so. It
so.
was just like he was.
Did she meet anybody?
She's married and
Oh,
now
sh-
has a baby.
Yeah, Mary has
It
a bit.
worked.
No,
It worked.
Literally, it worked. She found a guy that moved from California and was new to town, and she's like, took him on her wing, and the guy was trying to do like flipping houses or whatever in the middle of nowhere because it's not really good business here in Orlando because everything's so expensive. So he started, and she literally took her career to the boonies so that she could follow him and do whatever.
She had her priorities. That
She-
was her priority.
Yeah, that was her priority. And for me,
Happily ever after?
happily, yeah, to
Okay.
this day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
so-
No,
okay.
but Chanti, you said you were going to reveal some of your dating life.
I did, but we're
Go for
warming
it.
up.
We're warming up.
Hey, I wanna hear some modern day
Melanie's
stories.
like, I know your strategy,
I want the
Chanti.
Chisme.
We're
Chanti's a
here. We're
master
here.
deflector,
We're here for the
y'all,
juice.
So.
Yeah, I am a
Wow.
master deflector. Yeah, don't call me on my own podcast. These people.
Ooh.
It is your pod. You got to share.
Diablo.
No, no.
Diablo.
Mis gringa de la mamacita. Oh my god. So, 2021, I said I did it, and I was like, okay, let me see what's happening. So I went on a couple dates, and I actually the first ones were, I think I did a good filter, and it was like people that were kind of like, in finance related fields or things that were, just also like a corporate employee. So, I knew
Safe
it,
bets.
safe bet. I knew it was a good salary. So, because I'm sorry guys, but money is very important. So
She has her priorities too.
exactly. If you're broke, lo siento. Lo siento.
Watch the last episode about her being a Dominican princess. You'll understand.
Yeah.
Exactly. So watch the other episode with all of us in there. So, se tenía que decir y se dijo. So, anyways, I'm like, okay. And then it's kind of weird because I grew up not necessarily extremely conservative when I put it into perspective, but
You're Hispanic.
I'm Hispanic and I grew
Conservative comes.
It
Yeah.
comes
The
with the
veins.
territory.
I know,
yeah.
it's like they were not the most conservative for me Hispanic, but it's still conservative for American standards,
Yeah. Yeah.
And also my dad, like I was always like, the perfect kid. I didn't have like an ugly face, thank goodness. But that came with.
Are you the oldest?
Yeah.
The oldest.
But that came with like a lot of other things. I came with a lot of male attention at an age that I wasn't ready to get it.
Oh.
And I don't know that my dad's advice was the best.
Which was?
Which was?
Literally. And I told
Play
him,
the field.
Lo siento, papi. I am so sorry, but you did this. So I literally, my dad would be like, Chantal, when I was a teenager, like 12, 13. Guys at your age, kids at your age, have 5 thoughts. From 5 thoughts, 4 are about sex, and 1 is about everything else they got going on in life. Literally.
That is factual. He ain't lying.
That's what my dad said too. Not the same way, but similar
literally said-
concept.
Yeah.
But then it depends how you take it as the girl.
Yes, that's true.
Because they all
It
say
terrified
that.
me.
But then some will be like, I don't know. Then that means I'm going to be a rebel and I'm going to do all this and da-da-da. Or, yes.
Which way did you go, Paola?
We're talking about Chanti now. So what happened?
Which way did you go?
So, and then your dad said this.
No, which way
Moving
did you take
on.
it? Which way did you take it, bitch?
No, good girl. Good
You're a good girl.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, gone bad.
Gone bad, yeah.
Girl gone
Because she
bad.
only had one partner, so there's excuse. She only had one guy, so it's good. Well, and he said that. And then he said, you have to be smarter than that. And he literally put liquor. He would be like, learn how to drink. No, he's like, no, fucker, it's gonna take advantage of you.
That's
So
a good
like,
idea.
take it. And you need to know your limits. And he would like literally, I feel like I got my first time that I tipsy, I was 12 because I drank his margarita because he always kept on, and I literally like sipped margarita because I was like, oh, it tastes like lemonade. And my dad's like, I'm gonna go to prison. Literally. So he's like, they're not gonna take advantage of you, blah blah. So I literally became tough to get just because I literally was like, they're gonna take advantage of
I
me.
guess you were always on guard.
On guard,
Mm.
always. I had my guard up, so then guys thought I was unattainable because I had my guard up, and
So I'm the same.
yeah,
Same.
and it's like, oh, they're gonna take advantage of me. Like, do you really like me, or did you think I'm just pretty and you're gonna stick it in? I literally, that's all I thought, and I'm like, so then I literally was super famous for like leading guys on, like kissing them, and if I saw any movement, any action, I would disappear. I would like literally dip.
Yeah.
Casper.
Literally disappear, which it saved me from being in uncomfortable.
But you put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
Well, I did.
And you
but
ran away.
And
I
then
ran
she's
away,
like,
yeah, because sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's one way to.
That's
Yeah.
called abuse.
No, I mean I ran away.
You're not the victim here.
I know.
They were the
Well, I ran away many times, like many times. Like
guys.
She was
whoever
afraid
you are,
she-
send in who you are, please. We're gonna
Yes,
make a list.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
call in about Chantal. If you're one of those people that she ran away from, we want to know.
I remember one guy from my school, like I really liked him, and I wasn't sure if he just wanted to take advantage. He was new, and I feel like years later I regret it because he was so nice and cute, and he actually really liked me.
Oh, sad.
So you sabotaged.
Yeah, sabotage, because literally 4 thoughts are about sex, Chantal, and the 5th is about everything else. So I was like, oh no.
She didn't want to be assaulted.
Yeah, so I know I literally was like, I don't want to be taken advantage of. And all I thought is like, they just want to take advantage. So it was kind of like rough because now my dad's like, where are the grandkids? And I'm like, well, Dad. They're trying
This
to
is all you.
I'm like,
What
Dad,
you're
they
doing.
trying to take advantage, and I'm unlearning that. So, so I'm like, I'm sorry. And now he's like, now you're too independent. Now you have no husband. So now I think he's a little regretting
But I
his
will
approach.
tell you this. Honestly, it is a lot of the parents' fault.
It is.
Because they mold you
Yeah.
to one extreme or the other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's at the end, it's like, they're like, chop, chop, let's go. What's going on? And you're like, you can't just turn on and off the switch.
Exactly. It's not a
Yes.
switch. Exactly.
But when there are time, I mean, I remember my dad telling me like, oh, it was like whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And I was like, well, now you got girls. So is it going to be whenever they want? And
Yeah.
Exactly.
so
What did
now,
you tell your sisters?
My dad's been always a
Wait, did he have a double standard with you versus your sisters? Because
yeah.
that
he's
happened.
he's
that,
Latino. He's a Latino.
that
man.
happens in Latino culture. It makes me so mad.
Chantal
Makes
pissed.
so mad.
Because even I remember my father-in-law was like, "Don't have girls, have boys."
Oh my gosh.
Literally.
And I was like, "Well, we can't.
We can't choose
We
first
can't
of all.
choose." So, but I'll
be
try.
Why?
But it was always a thing, and I was like, "Why would you?" And it's like, it's just with women, it's just harder, and this, and he knows because he's got 4 girls, and of course, I gave him a granddaughter, and now he's smitten all over her. He loves it's like his everything, but in the Hispanic and Latino world, it's like boys go be boys,
I know.
girls stay home.
I know. No, literally, I was so mad because also when I was a teenager, which is part of like my trauma. Sorry if it triggers some people with that we call it trauma, but literally,
Trauma with a small T.
I was gonna little T trauma.
I love it. I've come a long way though. So I'll tell you soon. But literally, I remember vividly me, one of my cousins got pregnant, and it was like we don't know the father, and he was like the scandal in the family, and he was like all this thing, and now my aunt has to step in and take care of the kid because she's barely finished high school and all these things, and and I think 2 years later, very shortly after, my other female cousin has a kid, but she's dating a guy and they've been together, but it's like they're not married. Again,
Which is a big stigma.
it's a big
In the
stigma.
Hispanic
It's a big
world.
stigma. And it's like, well, at least we know the father, but it's still not good. And it was like, Chantal, like they literally used my cousins as a bad example for me. So it took me years to get a good relationship with them because I would judge them. Without me, like I would never know, but like they made me judge them,
Yeah.
literally. And that added to like, I don't want to have like a teenage pregnancy, so let me be a nun. that added to that.
Where do I sign up?
I'm like, let me keep playing sports. I can't get pregnant playing sports. So I literally, and Carlos, then from that was on my mom's side of the family. And then on my dad's side of the family, it was like, my little uncle was like literally the flirt, the biggest thing. He would pull any girl, and we all kind of knew they would stay over, they would do things, and literally they
celebrated.
It was celebrated that he was like so cool, and he was like darker skin, and he would pull his blondes and all this like very hot chicks, and it was literally celebrated. But my aunt that was older than him, it was like, oh, she couldn't do this, she couldn't do that, shame on her, like why she doesn't have a husband, why is she not thin, why like whatever, why she doesn't lose weight, all these things. And I'm literally listening, you're teaching me to be independent, critical thinker. And I'm looking at this like, are you guys out of your mind? I have thoughts and questions and opinions.
Like this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I literally, since I was like 14, 15, I started realizing, I'm like, this does not make sense. And I think this is part of the reason that I'm like, okay, you want to be in the US? I'm like, okay, I'll be far away and make my own opinions and stuff.
I think the double standard is huge because there's less consequences, I guess.
But you can still get STD.
From
like,
one
you
side
can still
to the
get
other.
STD.
Yeah, you can. But then
like you're not gonna be 9 months pregnant. And
Exactly.
Then 4th trimester with your hormones.
exactly.
And a baby.
Like, and the pregnancy's carried by the family.
Mm.
So the dude is out there having a great time. Well, the pregnant girl is like now going through the 9 months.
Her
So
whole
I
life
think
is changing.
that's why like they say like, well, go have fun, go do your thing. There's not going to be any consequences. You stay home because you have consequences, which is bad. I mean, I'm not excusing it,
It's
but
horrible.
I think that's what they
That's
think
where
of
comes
it.
from,
It comes from. How is your like?
Same. Like my dad would be all the time like, I always tell him like, you're like Jesus, like the way that he like, the way that he like explained things, it was never straightforward. It was never like
Parables.
with your parents.
It's
It was
always
not
in
straightforward.
parables.
It was not like your parents seem like, I've heard stories and your parents are like this and that, and the way that your dad said this. No, my dad is like, because like the way that he would tell me to not go, like if I went to a party or something, he didn't like me to go like this place and then jump to like bar hopping or something. So the way that he would teach me like not to do that wasn't just, please don't bar hop. No, it'd be like, one time there was this lady and She went out to some place.
And he probably made up
And
that
then
story. He was probably making it up.
Totally. And then she died.
No!
And she had different clothes on.
Oh
so
my
then they
God.
couldn't identify.
Oh my God.
And you're like horrified. Like, oh my God.
What is the story?
And then, so that's with that simple thing of like bar hopping. And the next thing is, you know, like with relationships, men and whatever, it's the pregnancy thing. That was, it wasn't like, it wasn't even like, oh, religion or you have to save yourself. No, it's like,
Don't be pregnant.
if someone, it was like, if someone gets you pregnant, like there's going to be, because they try to make it seem like it's not about the baby, you know, like we care, you know,
Yeah.
but I'll kill the guy. And then it's going to be a family issue because imagine.
You made me murder someone, Paola.
Well, in
Very, I'm telling you, they're all very dramatic in different ways.
Listen, my dad was dramatic too, and he's not Hispanic, so I get it.
in the Hispanic world is like, no, como dicen, el que dirán. O sea,
What are
it's
they going
like
to say?
the
Mhm.
gossip, you know? What are
Yeah.
people going to say? What are people going to think? What are people
Yeah,
this
what are
and
people
that?
going to think?
Yeah,
Literally, 'cause
We've
when I-
worked this hard
You
to
bring,
build
like, the
this
reputation
name.
of the family
Yeah.
down.
Melanie,
Mhm.
talking about double standards in dating, when I finally started dating a guy, literally I had to be like drunk to make a move on anybody because then I would not think. Which I'm
Yeah.
glad I didn't turn alcoholic. Like it's really so bad because I had to turn off my brain thinking all these things that they scared me with. So I had to like literally have some alcohol or something in me. So then I would be brave enough to like go up to a guy or like, you know, make a move or something. Flirt. Exactly.
Mhm.
Even with the dudes, though, for example, that whole thing where it's like, you don't bring any girl home. You don't, like, you can't be seen dating just any girl.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's fine
Like,
if
pick
you have your
wisely.
fun,
But we don't want to
Gotcha.
see it.
But like officially, it has to be.
like, if you're going to bring a girl to church, it better be, if you're going to bring a girl
Better
to
be
a
here
party,
to
it
stay.
better be, like, there's
Yeah.
all these things, even for us, where it's like, man, well, who? You know,
Yeah.
who is it going to be? Because the other thing is, it can't just be like one and another and another and another.
And another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
There's some dudes that get away with it, like your uncle. That's
Yeah,
like,
he got away with
Right.
murder.
I think that's what's interesting about like dating when you guys were younger and finding a spouse younger versus us at our age
Our
now.
age, yeah.
Because, you know, I'm not going to bring someone home to my parents. Like,
True. Oh my God, that's such a good
so
point.
that's not even something I think of
True.
anymore.
Yeah,
like
true.
now my mindset has shifted so much to where it's like, is this person a good partner for me? And I'm pretty like, I have higher standards probably now because I have a career that's thriving. I know I don't want to move. I know I like, you know, whereas in my early 20s, it's like, like
Mhm.
whatever. But my parents' opinion really matters. You know?
True. It's
And
like-
now it's like, no, this is my life partner. I've waited and held out this long. I'm not going to settle, but I am more picky and more particular myself, and less reliant on my parents, I guess. I don't know.
Me too, because it's like, for me, I guess for me and you to introduce someone to my parents, we got to be already dating for a while.
Correct.
And they
it's
would,
got to be like, I'm pretty sure like this could lead to marriage. Like,
Yeah,
It's not.
because I mean, we would have to take a flight or like a
Well,
long
you
trip
would, yeah.
or like a long ride to see
Yeah.
them. So it's like, I mean, would I bring them home? Probably. Would I bring them home to my parents? Let's see. Testing.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, especially with online dating, because there's like, you know, you go through, like she was saying, like swiping. It's like,
yeah.
so like, does it get to a point where it's like you have so many like options and you're dating so much and then nobody's ever gonna be?
Yeah.
I think so.
They've written a lot
so.
of articles about this actually. Of
Oh,
just
really?
like there's this fatigue of because everybody knows there's all these options, they don't want to commit and settle. And I do think there's like a wave of people getting off the apps because also the apps have gotten smart. They know we're addicted to the dopamine hits of like, you got a match, you know,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
make you pay if you want to have more preferences
I
and get more
know.
particular. And like they're my dad always taught me follow the money. Like, it is a money-making machine now.
Yes.
It is. They're not trying to help you find your partner.
No.
Now, people do. It happens. But that's not their end goal. Their end goal is to make money. They have stockholders they have to hold accountable to.
The
It's a
banker
reality.
speaking.
Screw the people.
So I have noticed like a lot of, even just recently myself, I've been challenging myself to go to different things, try new events, hang out with different people, to meet people in real life, IRL as the kids say. And I even think like a lot of Gen Z is doing that too. Like a lot of them are like, no, I'm not on the apps. Like I don't want to be on the apps. Like I want to meet someone in real life. And it's, it's challenging when you get used to being in bed in pajamas and swiping and thinking it's more efficient. But you start to realize it's actually not, because you're starting to be so like picky about the stupidest stuff when you see someone's profile.
That's what I'm thinking. Like
if
the
you met them out
pickiness.
and you talked to them and you had a good vibe and you felt chemistry,
You're
don't
not gonna
know their politics yet. You don't know their height yet, or you might see it, but like 5'6" doesn't look as bad in person if they have a lot of charisma. I don't know. It's
True.
interesting.
She spoke like the truth for real. I agree with you, because at the beginning it was fun, and then I was like, this is overwhelming. Like you said, I have matches. Who do I prioritize? Who do I have a connection? And then I think I talked to you about this. Like, then if you don't respond quickly at the beginning, people will think you're not interested or you're whatever, and then they'll stop talking to you.
There's like this whole science.
There's all these rules, and everybody has different rules.
Rules, correct.
And you don't know what the person across the screen's rules are.
Exactly. And it might be that, we have, like she said, a thriving career. So we're working, and then it's like, oh, I was tired. I wasn't in the mood for this. But then the person's like, oh, no, she's not interested. And it's actually the only time I gave it to you. I just didn't have any other time. But they don't know these things. And
they don't know you. You're a stranger.
Exactly. So it's kind of rougher. But I would say I went on 3 really good dates from the apps. I would say that. One actually broke my heart. And I got so drunk, I don't even know what I texted him. It was so bad. I'm still to this day embarrassed. He like broke my heart, because I like constant communication, and then he was busy, and then I was texting. He took forever, so then I would just text more, which is not a recommendation. 0 out of 10. Don't do
text
this
your friends if you feel the urge. Don't text them.
Exactly.
Pull back.
Exactly. So I guess he felt like this is too much. She's texting me too much, but it was incredible. I wish him all the best. And
but I hate him.
The other one was such a good date. I spent like 5-6 hours, but I was sitting down. And then most of the time when I got up, I don't know why, but his height bothered me. And I felt so shallow. I was like, I'm going to hell. Like, what is this? But it was not that but he was also very skinny. And I'm like, I'm kind of thick. I'm like size freaking 10, sometimes 8, but like 10. So it's like, I'm like, I need a little more pounds here. Yeah. So that I probably sabotaged myself.
Well, at least you got out there. So
I know, exactly. Yeah. And then the other one, actually, I took a break, had like a long-term relationship, and then went back at it. I'm like, oh, let me try this again. I had one good date, and this guy was pretty cool, but then told me, oh, I found, or I'm connecting with somebody else more, so whatever. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Oh, that's just like in the shows.
It's brutal.
Because she knows, but she knows
it's better than ghosting.
Oh,
True,
it's better than that's what
it's better than ghosting. Yeah. And Melanie, honestly, hats off to Melanie. She is the queen of not ghosting and literally making sure the guy knows I don't feel the same way, or this is how I feel, and I'm super proud of her for that, because it takes more balls to say that than to just not respond and delete a text.
Well, I'll say caveat. It's only like people I actually go on a date with. So if it's like someone I match with and I ask them a question, they respond. They don't ask me a question back. I ask them one more, they respond. They don't ask me a question back. And I've ghosted so many men like that. I'm like, I'm sorry. If you can't ask me a question.
If you can ask me,
I'm not going to keep holding this conversation. Like, you're ghosted. But if I go on a date with you and meet you, I'm not going to ghost you. Like, that's where I draw the line. Like,
that's good.
That's when they ask me on a second date. Then I write back and I just try to be like, hey, really had a great time. You're a great person. I just didn't feel the romantic connection I'm looking for.
It's me. I'm the problem.
You're not the problem. It's just like, you're not my person.
You didn't feel it. Yeah.
You're someone else's person. That's
true.
Okay.
No, and we were talking about this. The problem, it's so crazy. The problem with me and her is we do sales for a living.
Yeah.
It's so tough. You guys don't understand.
Exhausting.
And if you have an advice as two people that have, 10 plus your relationships, let us know. Because Melanie and I would be there, attentively listening, following up, because we are good at conversation. We have to do this to get clients for a living. So we are used to, following a conversation, listening, having something to say, adding, pretending like we're not judging you, even if we don't align. You can say the most ridiculous thing about politics or anything, and we have something to say to carry the conversation because that's what we do for a living. And then these guys will think that, she's so cool, she's so interested. And we are like
Bored to tears.
Bored to tears, looking at the clock, being like, oh shit, how can I escape? But they don't notice, and we don't have like another gear in our brain because that's what we do for a
Always
living.
use the, what's going on? Hello? Yes. Sorry, I gotta go.
No, but it's like
That's a good strategy.
but it's like how to appear bored or like give them like more of a hint, because literally they will think, Carlos, that we are so interested.
So as a dude,
Okay.
out
thank
of
you.
respect, when you guys go on dates,
Okay.
does he pay
Most of the time.
most of the time?
I
Out of respect for the payment, sit your ass on that chair until we walk out. And I tell you why.
That's hilarious.
For a guy to
I
be
choked
like, I want to take a girl out,
Yeah.
sit, buy her a nice dinner. That's already me showing you I'm invested, right?
Yeah.
So whether I'm 5'5" or fat, or you immediately summon, you're like, no, that's not. At least just like
Can I give you some context?
entertainment.
though?
Yeah, shoot.
So I don't do dinner dates anymore with someone that's a stranger.
Which I heard was coffee dates were
Yeah.
better.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then I don't feel as bad ending it after an hour because coffee's like $7 max, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's one strategy, because I'm like, you know what? I don't know you.
I heard that, yeah.
My time is precious. I'm
True.
not going to waste 4 hours. I've been on too many 4-hour dinner dates where I feel tired,
You're like,
exhausted. I want to
oh,
go home,
no.
but I feel guilty because this man is paying for me. And you're right. This is an investment in me. And that's not fair to just be like, cut bait and leave. I've also split the bill when I was like positive there's never going to be another. Like one guy took me to Topgolf,
I guess,
and it
dudes,
was very
that's
expensive.
a sign. That could be a sign.
It can be a sign.
If
but
they
that's
split
the thing
the
that's
bill-
confusing.
That's confusing because everyone's
Because for some
different.
women, that's no. They want to be equal. They want to treat.
Yeah.
But we're talking to
me-
alpha females
True.
here.
For me, it's a sign. If I don't let you pay for me, that means I'm not interested.
Yeah, true. Same.
Yeah, but it's true. Like the guy might not.
But
He might not
there's
get
other
it.
women who that's not
True.
the case.
And no, and I'm gonna tell you a story.
My
since I
sister
said
went
I
on
was
a
gonna
date one time. She's like, well, you get this one. I'll get the next one.
And she didn't do the next one.
That's low. That I love that. I
No.
love that. So you know what happened to me?
You learn another strategy.
Yeah, no,
I'm learning. I'm taking notes.
I went on a I went on a date in Decent Springs. And I was like, okay, this could be good or bad. I could escape. I could not. I could be trapped. But whatever. He was not from the area. So I was like, okay, I know my way around this. So we ended up doing one activity. And I think the activity cost maybe like $60, $70. It was more than what I thought. I'm like, shit, this is kind of expensive. The guy paid for it. And I'm like, thank you, perfect. By the time he paid and we went on this activity, I was like, actually, before the date, he had already annoyed me, but I'm like, I already made him come here.
This actually happens to Chantal a lot. Before she agrees to a date, and then their communication post agreeing to the date annoys her, and she gets the ick.
Yeah,
oh, so
literally,
you come in annoyed already.
Yes, because like already with conversation, he gave me the ick, like she said.
Also, never offer to take Chantal to Panera. Immediate ick.
Yes, one guy did that, and I was
Do you
like,
think it's cheap?
that's disgusting. I was like, I literally after that,
I
I
love
didn't
Panera.
respond.
But you wouldn't take someone on a date
On a
there?
date to
Come
Panera?
on.
That'd be a good coffee.
Okay,
place.
guys, comment.
That's what it was for.
Would you take a date at Panera? I was like,
My
no.
husband
Well,
loves to tell me, like, when we're going out somewhere that I don't know where it's gonna be. He's like, yeah, like we're going to like we pass by like Burger King or something, like it's right here, and then it's like
He flips out.
and we've
just
been
kidding.
together forever, and it's still like I still do this.
He's like gullible.
It gets you, but
Okay,
anyways,
sorry, back to Disney Springs.
yeah. So he had already annoyed me by communication because he wouldn't take my no's in communication, and I was like, "Why are you pushing? Like we already agreed on this. Like this, like what's happening?" Immediately, I'm like, so
Boundary buster.
yeah, boundary buster. Exactly. That's cool.
That's a good T-shirt.
Anyway, so I was like, I don't like that. So, anyways, he paid for that. I already knew, but I was like, I made this man drive a lot. I said, like you said, as a guy, I said, I made him drive here.
Out of respect. Good
Out of
job.
respect. So then I chose a place to have like a glass of wine and an appetizer, whatever. And when the bill came, I said, I'm paying it because I already knew he paid the $70 and I was not going to see him again. So I was like, no, I'm paying this one. I didn't know, don't you worry. Because in my mind, I'm like, this man, like my dad said, it's not going to tell me that I owe him anything.
That's how I feel. I'm like, I never want them to be like, oh, that girl, she owes
She's a
me.
mooch.
She took advantage of me.
She took advantage. She was like, no, man, I make my own money. I can afford this myself. I don't need you.
Me too. So I was like, he's gonna fucking be even. And actually, I ended up paying more. I ended up paying more because mine was like $100. But I was like, $100 for my.
You feel at peace. You can
For my
sleep
freedom,
okay.
for
Peace
my
of
freedom.
mind. And
But
it was
like the
worth it.
irony of I make my own money and whatever when you know that you're not going to see the guy again. But if it's a guy that you're maybe thinking, it's like, okay, I'm going to put
Exactly.
a girl here.
Well, because
Look,
then
it's
I
gonna
want
be
my
our
feminine
money.
energy to come
Yeah.
out.
It could be the feminine energy, and it could be seen as later our money. I don't know, guys. This could get really heated, but let us know your comments. Are you in favor of the long relationships? Are you in the old school train? Are you in the new school, older millennial, younger-ish millennial?
Not elder, Melanie.
Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, and let us know if you want to do more of this format. And see you in another Let's Chisme episode. Choo choo.